All right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This, of course, is your boy BJ back with another video short, guys. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I had a happy birthday on Christmas Eve. Oh, God, I'm getting up there, y'all. But it's okay. And I hope everybody's anticipating having a great New Year's, guys. This break from MMA has been tragic. It has been tragic. I need some MMA in my life. But anyways, guys, I want to talk about some upcoming stuff here. And this fight in particular, AILIN Perez versus KAROL ROSA. I want to talk about this fight, guys, because I feel like, I think I got reason enough to feel like this. I feel like AILIN Perez, I just feel like she's been disrespected, man. I do. I feel like AILIN Perez has been disrespected in the UFC, and the reason I say that, it's not anything to do with her skill set, guys. And that's where I kind of don't understand MMA fans. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a fighter is bad, if a fighter is not that skilled, that's one thing, to discount that fighter or to write that fighter off if they're not skilled. But if we got a skilled fighter here and you just don't like their personality, that's kind of different. That's kind of something else. That's not the same thing, And people, always pick against AILIN Perez or lose fights just because they don't like AILIN Perez. And I get it, the twerking, the abrasiveness. She's very abrasive. She twerks. She's somewhat inappropriate. Like, I get that, but guys, it's just her personality. It's just her selling herself, and it worked because what are y'all doing? Y'all talk about AILIN Perez. I talk about AILIN Perez. But when I talk about AILIN Perez, I could care less about her personality. I could give two shits about her personality. I could give two shits about what she does after the fight's over. I could give two shits what she does on social media. The only thing that No Filter MMA cares about is what you do in the cage. Okay? And it's crazy that I have to differentiate that because that should be a given. As MMA fans, it should be a given. The only thing that matters is what you do in the cage. You know what I'm saying? So these MMA fans that disrespect AILIN Perez just because they don't like her, and I put a poll up a few weeks ago, and the poll, the votes on the poll was that people don't like AILIN Perez because of her personality. It has nothing to do with her being in the cage. So I get it, but that's not really a good solid reason to not like somebody. I'm gonna put this like this though. This is a very winnable fight for AILIN Perez. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a striker versus grappler here. KAROL ROSA, they're both well-rounded. Let me get that straight. KAROL ROSA is a good technical strike kickboxer. She has good ground game. She's a very well-rounded fighter. But so is AILIN Perez. AILIN Perez. AILIN Perez will swing. I feel like she's got power in her hands. You know what I'm saying? She'll swing a big punch, kind of like Karine Silva in a way, except that she'll land the punch and Karine Silva won't. But AILIN Perez will throw those big shots that will lead. Well, she knows how to set up a takedown. That's what I'm trying to say. She knows how to set up a takedown. She's one of the best takedown setuppers, if that makes any sense, in women's MMA. She will throw that big looping punch and go right in for the takedown. And let me tell you, AILIN Perez, for one, she's got size. For two, she's got skill. And for three, she's flexible as hell. So that makes her jiu-jitsu even more dangerous. She's kind of like a bantamweight Vanessa Demopoulos when it comes to the ground. You know what I'm saying? She will get you to that. Once AILIN Perez drags you to the ground, you're in a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? You're in a lot of trouble once AILIN Perez gets you to the ground. Now, of course, the path to victory for KAROL ROSA is to keep this fight on the feet, chew up AILIN Perez's lead leg, use that footwork, kind of expose the holes in AILIN Perez's striking. But she's going to have to watch out for that big punch coming from AILIN Perez. You know what I'm saying? If you look at how AILIN Perez is built, she's short, she's compacted, she's broad at the shoulders. This girl's like a spring, kind of like Michael Chandler. You know what I'm saying? She's just like a spring ready to be unloaded. You know what I'm saying? And man, AILIN Perez, to me, I feel like she's going to really bring the fight to KAROL ROSA, because KAROL ROSA is known for fighting at her opponent's pace. Like, she won't go after it. I feel like she won't go after it. I feel like, if I feel like KAROL ROSA doesn't go after it unless her opponent is coming after her. If her opponent is coming after her, she'll go after her opponent. But if her opponent is kind of waiting back, taking pictures, KAROL ROSA will do the exact same thing. She will do the exact same thing. She will sit back, take pictures. Now, she'll chew up that front leg, and, she'll put a jab in your face. But as far as being devastating, like, I don't see her as being that. Let's look at KAROL ROSA's record. So taking a look at KAROL ROSA's record, she's really not that much of a finisher. She has no finishes in the UFC. Like, all of her wins are by decision, So she doesn't really finish opponents in the UFC like that. She hasn't really done anything. I mean, she beat, let's see. She's beat Sarah McMahon, Norma Dumont, Irene Aldana by decision. She's never, finished anyone. She split decision Yana Kunitskaya. She majority decision Lena Landsberg. Decision Betch Kohea. Decision Jocelyn Edwards. Vanessa Mello. Laura Procopio. There's no... her most recent finish is against a girl named Giselle Moreta. Who is that? And the same thing can be said for AILIN Perez, but I feel like AILIN Perez is a more dominant fighter. She's got one finish in the UFC. I just feel like she's more of a dominant fighter than KAROL ROSA. You know what I'm saying? She's 4-1 in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? She just looks much better on paper than KAROL ROSA. KAROL kind of has ROSA kind of has this win-loss versus AILIN Perez is on a 4-fight winning streak. You know what I'm saying? So I say the momentum swings in the way of AILIN Perez. We got to put some respect on AILIN Perez's name if she can beat KAROL ROSA, because KAROL ROSA is a tough opponent. You know what I'm saying? She's a tough opponent. So I'm riding with AILIN Perez, y'all. Y'all can say what y'all want to about AILIN Perez. Say what you call her this, call her that, but the girl can fight. The girl can fight. So it is what it is. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like, hit that dislike. And if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And your boy is out.